There is this very new idea amongst the red pill and black pill communities, and it is looksmaxxing. Growing up, I always understood that status is the most important thing when it comes to business, dating, and life. But there is this new wave of thinking among young men, and it's essentially that your looks determine everything. The idea is that if you're good looking, you get all the women and all the opportunity. But if you're not good looking, then it is in fact over for you. It feels a little bit like the world of Zoolander, but it's not as dumb as it sounds. So is the looksmaxxing community right? Are looks more important than status? Let's dive into it. The reason looksmaxxing exploded isn't random. It's maybe an extreme response to the environment that young men are in today. From dating apps, Instagram, TikTok, short form content, and brutal algorithmic rankings. In all of these environments, your looks are front loaded. On dating apps, your face is judged in half a second. Girls will swipe left or right immediately. You're also filtered out by your height. Your physique is immediately looked at, and your personality almost doesn't even exist. It never gets a chance to shine. So for a modern young man, it feels like if I don't look good, well then nothing else matters. I'm actually fucked. It's over for me. And the problem is, from the digital environment, he's not wrong. Looks are so important when it comes to first impressions. And first impressions decide whether you get swiped on, whether you get messaged, and whether you even get a chance to show your status. This is why looksmaxxing kind of feels logical. It's almost a rational response to a completely shallow system, but that doesn't mean it's the whole truth. So let's think about it. Looks do three very important things. They open doors for you, they speed up attractions, and they amplify your existing traits. People will just assume that you're funnier, smarter, and trustworthy. But that's just the perception. Looks don't actually build long-term respect, create trust, sustain attraction, produce leadership, or generate meaning. A good-looking man with no direction, no discipline, and no real competence doesn't become powerful. He just plays around in the shallow areas of life. So if there's nothing underneath, if there's nothing beneath the mask, then you truly are nothing. Because we'll all age, we'll all look ugly eventually. So what do you have left when your looks fade? Because they will fade. Well, hopefully you'll still have your character. So this is why you see attractive men who still struggle. They have no confidence, no frame, no ambition, and no purpose. Attraction creates a fast spark, but the spark dies just as fast. So we've kind of gone over looks, but what is status? Well, in short, it's kind of like your aura. It's when you walk into a room and people that are looking the other way still turn around because they know somebody important walked in the room. And when men hear status, they only think about money, fame, social dominance, and titles. But really, status is competence, self-respect, direction, reliability, self-mastery, and real authority. It's really as simple as this man has his life under control and he's calm under pressure. And this kind of status can't be filtered out. It can't be faked because it stems from real world competence, and it can't be replaced by your bone structure, your bone smashing, or these looksmaxxing surgeries. And that's why average men with strong careers, physical presence, clear values, and confidence under pressure consistently outperform better looking males in real life. Maybe not on the online world, but the online world's a facade. It's fake. Fugazi. So status creates real stability, and stability does create attraction. So if men have known for thousands of years that you can be at the very bottom and build yourself up to the top, why do young men now think that it's over for you? So the black pill belief is that if you're not genetically gifted, it is over for you. And the problem is we live in this digital world, and it may seem like that because online, your looks are everything. Status is invisible. People can't feel you walk into a room, and your depth, your personality, it doesn't exist. It doesn't matter. But offline, your presence matters. Your voice matters, your confidence matters, and your competence and leadership skills matter. But again, most young men live entirely online, so their worldview becomes distorted. And it's really a shame because it creates this, like copium that there's nothing I can do to improve my life. I'm screwed from the jump because I did not win the genetic lottery. But everyone's good at something. Everyone has some skill. And just because you're not the best looking guy in the world doesn't mean that you can't climb a ladder and become a genuinely competent and impressive man. And so here's the real answer. It doesn't matter if you were 6 feet tall. It doesn't matter if you had a six pack. It doesn't matter if you made 6 figures a year. you're still not enough for modern women. And that's a whole nother conversation for another time, and it's a huge problem. But it's almost freeing to understand this, and it shakes the reality of the black pill community, because they're like, why would I try? I lost the genetic lottery. Girls only want this, this, and this. I'm telling you, that's still not enough. Tom Brady still got cheated on. There's other hyper successful, very good looking men that get cheated on, that get divorced, and they're still not enough. And any guy that is at that level understands this. So don't just give up. So if you have looks but no status, you'll get short-term attention and long-term rejection. If you have status but no looks, you'll get a slower start, but you'll finish stronger. But if you have looks and status, that's very rare, and you'll become dominant and undeniable. You'll be a very impressive man. The men who truly win are not the prettiest. They're the most complete. They're the most well-rounded. And the brutal truth is that looks have a ceiling. Status doesn't. You can only improve your genetics so much. You can only bone smash so much. And you can get surgeries to extend your height, to improve your jawline. But at the end of the day, that's so vain. But you can improve your body, your fitness, finances, your confidence, your skills, and your purpose. And you should work to improve your looks, right? Take care of your skin, dress nicely. These things do go a long way. So instead of asking whether looks or status is more important, the better question is, am I becoming a man of value? Am I becoming a man of virtue? And am I becoming a man worthy of respect? Because when you lift weights, groom well, dress well, build competence, and develop confidence, your looks improve and your status rises. You need both. Looksmaxxing alone creates fragile men. It's so shallow because you will lose your looks eventually. So then what do you have left if you never work to build your own character? So at the end of the day, looks do matter. Anyone telling you that they don't is lying, but looks do not determine your fate. Looks do not control your destiny, and they are not the foundation of building a meaningful life. And status, real status, is built. It's not inherited. And you could be an absolute bottom feeder, and you could still build yourself into an impressive man. And the men who truly understand this do not obsess over how they look, but they obsess over meaning, purpose, and being virtuous. And when they walk in a room, their presence is felt. That's aura.